Today I'm going to show you how to drive traffic to your website for free using niche relevant forums. So we're going to use a website called findaforum.net. This is what it looks like. It's very easy to use, and what it does, it lists the best forums in practically every single niche. So here you can see it says find a forum statistics. So the total number of forums is over 1,000. It shows the specific forum software. You can see the top 10 categories listed here, and it shows you featured forums. If you're just looking for popular niches to enter, actually check this out. So right at the very top here, we've got a nav bar. It says categories, niches, top forums, random forum, tips. So here we can click on categories and think of these as big industries that have sub niches. So for example, health, you can drill down into things like diet and weight loss, mental health, or you could jump over to shopping and e-commerce, so clothing and fashion. So what I recommend you do is first of all head over to that section, this category section, scroll down, have a look for something that's relevant to your business. So for me, it could be advertising, marketing. So I might click on that. So here it's going to show me some of the forums that might be relevant to me. Now, I'm going to show you another way to use this, which is to click on the niches tab here. It's going to give you a list of pre-researched niches. So it says that you might find this useful if you're thinking of starting a micro niche site in a particular niche, or you already own a micro niche site. Or 3, here it's got a list of niches that they've already done the research for. So if it's for me, well, I love photography, so I might go with that. I'll click there, and here it's going to show you loads of data that you can just take and use because they've already done all the research for you. So here it's going to show me keywords that we can use. So if we scroll through here, it's got loads and loads of keywords that we can use. Look at this. So if you're really stuck for ideas on niche research, this is a good starting point for you, because here it's just going to give you tons of long tail keywords that you can immediately grab and dive into. Such a handy resource. So let's go find some forums that we can market ourselves on. I'm going to give you a strategy to use, and this one has been proven to work, because if you found me years ago when I started sharing my knowledge for the first time, chances are it was on a forum, because that is really where I started to market myself, because that is where the people that I wanted to attract were gathering and hanging out. And that's still true today, because while a lot of marketers focus on social media, and that is a powerful strategy, it's very powerful, it creates this gap for people like me and you who are happy to swoop in where there is an underserved audience, step in front of them and then share our stuff with them. So I'm going to give you a strategy to use to help you drive even more traffic to your website for free. So let's say you're in men's health. Let's click on that. And here we have, I actually know a couple of these forums. So Badger and Blade, I'm on that. So if I click on that, it's going to show you lots of data. So it's going to rank the forum for you. So this is ranked 176 out of over 1,000. I think that's pretty good. It's not too bad. The site is hosted in the United States, so it's probably going to attract lots of traffic. So what we're going to do now is validate that website, that forum, to make sure that there is enough traffic on there. So first of all, let's visit the forum so we can get the URL. So let's validate that there is enough traffic on here to make it worth our while. So the first thing is to check the number of members online. So here you can see that the total number of people online at the moment is 1,400. That's quite a sizable audience, but we're not going to stop there. What we're going to do is, if it gives us the number of members on this platform, then it tells us roughly what the audience size is. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to validate it again to really make sure that we're not wasting our time. If we scroll down to the bottom of the forum, there should be some kind of panel that tells us how many members there are. So maybe it's not on this one. Oh, here we are, forum statistics on the right hand side. So there's almost 500,000 threads, 9 million messages, 89,000 members. That's pretty massive, right? So it's a good size audience, but we're not going to stop there because we do really want to validate things. So let's go to SimilarWeb. We're going to paste in the website address there and then see what data it brings back. So there we can see that the traffic overview. Wow. So almost 800,000 visits a month. And there you can see it is pretty consistent. Oh boy, look at that. So it's just under 1 million, consistently just under 1 million visits a month. Then we want to make sure that the traffic is located in areas that we do want to attract. So for example, we might only want to appeal to a USA audience. So here we would validate that it does have USA traffic. And there you can see 60% of the traffic is from the USA. That is massive. And then 5% from Australia, 4% from the UK. So what I want you to do now is find relevant forums for your niche and then go through all the data here. And this is particularly important. This is really cool. So it says forum has RSS feed. Yes. Now, why is that important? Well, let's say you want to keep an eye on the activity on the forum. So you want to be aware of what's being posted, when it's being posted, and maybe you want to be notified when certain topics arise on the forum. So you can step in and you can say, well, actually, there's a resource over here that's going to help you to solve that problem. So that's why RSS is pretty important, and I encourage you to make good use of that. Monetization, this is going to be handy because if you want to run ads on forums, and I recommend you do, because that is always going to get you more bang for your buck. If you're happy to put your hand in your pocket and hand over a bit of money to the webmaster or the owner of a forum, they're probably going to be very thankful for that, because speaking from personal experience, the amount of revenue that you make from AdSense is pretty poor in comparison to the amount of traffic that you generate. So to really make a decent amount of money from AdSense, you need a lot of traffic. So if you come in with a better deal, even if you offer to pay just a little bit more than what they're paying for AdSense, there is a good chance of you being able to step in here and drive targeted traffic to your website very cheaply. Then it's also going to show us the SEO strength, the number of inbound links, the forum keywords, so you can see what people are really interested in, what they're searching for on this forum. And then you've got forum topics at a glance. So let's say you are interested in, I don't know, just single edge razor blades, and that is your niche. So it's in the shaving niche, and we drill down further. There you can see that there is a whole section dedicated to just that particular topic, and that's the kind of thing you want to see for your niche. And then if we go underneath that, you can see that it gives you even more forums to choose from, and there it's going to give you more data so that you can just drill down into, and then it gives you specific forum RSS feeds. So it says some recent topics from this forum, and there you can just at a very quick glance see what is happening on the forum. Such a powerful resource. Let me give you some tips for forum marketing. So the first one is to create a compelling profile. So what I encourage you to do is have a look at the most respected members on the forum. They're going to be very easy to find. So they're typically going to have a high post count. They've probably been around for a while. So what I want you to do is just have a look at a handful, maybe the top 5 most respected forum members. Have a look at their profiles, find the commonalities. So are they using a real name or what appears to be a real name? And yes, you can use a pen name if you want to. Or are they using a handle? Think about that. Think about what they're adding to their signature. Are they linking to websites? How are they linking to websites? Are they using text links? Are they using banner ads in their signature? So what I want you to do is look at profiles that we know work and model yours on theirs. It's as simple as that. Then the next step, once you've created your account, check the guidelines. You don't want to break any of the rules. You want to be a really good, helpful, useful member of the community. So stay within the terms of service, check the posting guidelines, and don't mess around with that. Don't try and push the boundaries or create any drama. Nothing like that. Just be a really helpful, useful member of the community. Then spend some time lurking on the forum. See what kind of posts get traction, what people like, what they don't like, the topics that that trigger them into responding. Is that response positive? Is it negative? Think about the things that they like, they don't like. And then we can see what kind of tribes exist on these forums. So you can, if you want to rally people behind you, you'll know what ideas people want to support. So that's going to help put you in a better position when you post content and share stuff on your chosen forums. Then the next step is to introduce yourself to the community. Now, a word of caution here, because at this stage, it's really important to not sell. Don't try and sell your website or a product or anything like that. All you want to do is present yourself as a knowledgeable, credible person who is there to help, answer questions, maybe help the community move further along their journey, and of course learn from the more knowledgeable people on the forum too. It's very, very important that we put our egos aside at this stage, because we don't want to kind of barge in there, disrupt things, and say, I'm now the most knowledgeable guy here. We don't want to do that. We want to be aware that there are very knowledgeable people on these forums, and they deserve our respect. Everyone deserves our respect. So we want to mirror that instead of trying to seize an opportunity here. That can come later, and you can use this to drive lots of traffic to your website when we do things right. Next, I want you to put a link in your signature to not only your website, I want you to link to your most recent piece of content, because this is going to change. So the next time you create a new post on your website, you're going to mention that in your signature. And we do this because we want people to keep returning to our websites, right? So instead of just saying, this is my website, take it or leave it, what we do is we give them a new reason. So every time we update our website, we update our signature files too, and that will bring in more traffic. There is a little spin on this. So if you know 100% that every single, or say 80% of the people on that forum are interested in one particular thing, and they have a very specific problem that needs to be solved, you can link to a squeeze page or a landing page that asks them to opt into your email list in exchange for some freebie, a lead magnet that is going to help them to solve that problem. What I recommend you do is test both ideas, because different audiences, different niches are going to respond to things in different ways. So it's your job as a marketer to find out which one works best for your audience. Next, you have to make high value contributions to the forum. So do answer questions, help people out, create insightful threads, avoid using zombie content that sounds generic, that's really transparent. People see through it like immediately. It gets called out, so don't do it. Instead, talk about your experiences in the niche, the results that you have personally achieved. Show your results. Here is an opportunity for you to become credible, to build credibility, to create a stronger network and build a much bigger audience faster. And you will do that by using demonstratable results that you have achieved. If you're in the right niche, you will have that anyway. One strategy that I used was to join a marketing forum, and then I gave away an ebook. Of course, I spent time getting to know people, helping people, answering the questions. People got to know me in return, and we had a level of friendship established over time. And then when it came to me asking for something in return, I positioned it instead of like a promotional way, I positioned this as a free gift. Exactly the way that we should position ebooks. So what I did, I created a small ebook. It literally took me a couple of hours to put together. It was nothing, right? But it had absolutely amazing content. It really did deliver value. It really did help people to solve a problem. At the end of that ebook, you have a call to action. So you ask people to take very specific action, and this action is going to benefit your business. I would encourage you to send that traffic to a squeeze page, a landing page that asks them to opt into your email list. So this is kind of doing things in a little bit reverse. So usually with a landing page, traffic will land on it, and then we will ask them to opt in order to obtain the ebook or the free gift, whatever. With this way, what we're doing is giving it out for free first and then asking them to opt in. So they're already receiving value from us. Now, this works because if you do things right over time, you will establish trust and credibility on the forum. So when you come along with something new that's going to help people out, they're just going to grab your hands in order to get hold of it. I encourage you to test it out, but if you want the traffic methods that I never share on YouTube, I want to give them to you for free. When you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic, it won't cost you a penny. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, and hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.